making news this week at the University of Limpopo is that executive dialogue urges universities to reclaim their identities, heritage to effect change in contemporary society. The University of Limpopo mourns the passing of its esteemed alumnus, Prof Muxe Nkondo. UL tennis player Gaviso Madise throws in Zimbabwe. These are some of the headlines for this week. Thank you for joining us. You are watching Inside UL News. The Nate Million Dibela Tubela. The University of Limpopo hosted another round of its executive dialogue when it gathered academics, students, and alumni to an eye-opening dialogue around the significance of institutional heritage and relevance in contemporary society. Historian and research professor at University of Free State, Saleem Badat, gave a thought-provoking talk when he urged preservation of institutional heritage as a means of maintaining relevance in today's society. According to Professor Badat, for universities to remain relevant, they need to actively preserve and embrace their unique cultures, traditions, norms, and virtues. These elements are crucial as they not only shape the academic curriculum and institutional systems, but also play a role in influencing public opinion and societal views. Professor Badat's argument suggests that a university's historical and cultural identity is not merely a relic of the past, but a vital component that can enhance its impact and relevance in the modern world. By integrating their heritage into their current practices and curriculum, universities can foster a deeper connection with their communities and address contemporary issues more effectively.
So, universities have particular developmental trajectories. The trajectory of this institution is different from Durban, Westville, is different from Rhodes. They have cultures. You know about that. We want to find out more about the culture of this institution and its cultures and traditions and so on. Universities have values, right? You have traditions, you have certain norms, you have rituals. This is a bit of a ritual too. Executive dialogue. Our graduation ceremonies are rituals.
Meanwhile, University's Vice-Chancellor and Principal, Professor Prof Muxe recalled some of the important events that occurred in the past under the apartheid regime, which, according to him, have shaped what the university has become today. Professor Muxe emphasized the importance of recording such history for the future generation and to understand the university and its origins.
A university is a catalyst for development. I don't think there's any example you can look at in South Africa other than the University of Limpopo. The reason I'm saying this is when you go out through gate 3, when I was a first-year student here, there was nothing there. Absolutely nothing. You go through gate 2, there was a small shop there where Shell Garage is. You go through gate 1. There was nothing because I remember one day we were chased by police. I ended up on that copy there. Now, when you look at it today, truth be told, all the development you see around here, if you people were not here, if students were not here, it wouldn't be there.
Let's take a break. We will be right back.
The University of Limpopo proudly dedicates this Women's Month to all the incredible women who inspire and uplift our community. We honor the strength, resilience, and achievements of women from all walks of life, recognizing their invaluable contributions to society. As we celebrate this special month, we reaffirm our commitment to promoting gender equality and empowering women in all spheres. Together, let's continue to support and uplift one another, creating a brighter future for all.
Welcome back. You are watching Inside UL News. The University of Limpopo is studied by the person of one of its esteemed alumnus, Professor Muxe Nkondo. Nkondo, who passed on at the age of 83, was one of the prolific and influential figure attached to the university as former Deputy Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and was the university's first SRC president and later joined academia as a lecturer. Nkondo supported and participated in a number of significant events where his thought leadership ideas were cherished and made a mark.
As you can see, we are outside R40 Conference Hall where the memorial service of Professor Muxe Nkondo is taking place. Right now, as we are speaking, the program is going on. They are paying their last respect to the great legend of ours. Family is there and also colleagues, they are paying their last respect to this legend of ours. Remember, Professor Muxe Nkondo was one of the first SRC president here at the University of Limpopo, hoping that this would influence you in a positive way as a student to partake in structures that we have here at the universities and other bodies. Remember that we have the Limpopo provincial delegates that granted us they are present here today to pay their last respect to this legend of ours, and also the executive of the University of Limpopo, also again officials of the University of Venda, where he was indeed the Vice Chancellor there. And one of the fun facts about this legend of ours is that he was actually one of the first 17 students here at the University of Limpopo. Well, that is it from me.
Nkondo participated in the university's 60th celebration, and the community was looking forward to engage with them in the 65th celebration this year. President Cyril Ramaphosa expressed his sadness to the person of Professor Nkondo, describing him as an eminent scholar, academic, social policy and heritage expert who made significant contributions to the development of public policy in areas from tourism, human settlements and public administration to science, technology, arts and culture. We are joined virtually by Executive Director for Marketing and Communication at the University of Limpopo, Mr. Prof Muxe Nkondo. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Itumele. Good to see you again.
What a sad moment for the university community and the country. Can you please tell us how important was Professor Muxe Nkondo?
How important is someone who was the first SRC president of the university ever? Today we take SRC for granted. For him to become SRC president, he had to fight for it first, and that's what makes him legendary. He was a superb student. He became a lecturer, and many people who are legends of the university themselves consider him their mentor. He was there at the time when being a black staff member was not a given, and he had to fight the odds. So he's the very essence of fighting against the odds that personified the 1960s and the 1970s and the 1980s, the days of fighting apartheid. He was the quintessential anti-apartheid activist, but then he became a scholar, and that scholar was respected all over. Bear in mind, he went to, after being a scholar in South Africa, in English, teaching English, but he was also a campaigner for the arts and women empowerment and business development. He went abroad to Oxford, to Harvard. So he was not just an academic in the sense of the University of Limpopo or University of the North. He was a world-renowned academic and campaigner. And that's why he is important, because as the university is turning 65, we tend to look back and remember people like him, and how tragic that he passed on 3 weeks before we celebrate the 65 years of the university. But with the work that he has done, there's no way he's ever going to fade. His legacy is eternal.
He never lost touch with the university as he continued to support some of the milestones the university has had. The UL at 65 celebrations will surely be different this year.
Definitely, it will be different, because when we turned 60, I remember he was there. But since I got here in late 2021, I don't remember any important event of the university to which Professor Nkondo was invited and he didn't show up. Every time he didn't show up, it was because of ill health, and it's very recent, just before he sadly passed away. But I agree with you that any celebration that the university is going to have, whether it's Africa Day, whether it's birthday celebration, whether it's any memorial lecture on Khopotse Tiro, he was always willing to be part of his alma mater, and he was selfless in giving and sharing his knowledge, and that's why I agree with you that he will be sorely missed.
Well, that was Mr. Victor Khomie representing the university on the passing of Professor Muxe Nkondo. Peer councillors at the Center for Student Counseling and Development launched a campaign titled Voice Out D-Block Kids. This initiative aimed to raise awareness about the services available at the center. The theme was chosen to emphasize that the center is dedicated to supporting students and to also encourage them to speak about any form of challenge that they encounter and not to suffer in silence. Students were encouraged to seek professional help from psychologists and student-registered counselors available at the Center for Assistance. Taita Mubabe has this report.
Indeed, viewers, today we are here at the Center for Students Counseling and Development, where the event of Voice It Out D-Block Cares is taking place. It is an amazing event because it's that time of the year where we need to reflect and focus on our mental health. To get more clarity about today's event, I'm joined by Ms. Dorothy. Thank you very much for joining us today.
It is a pleasure.
Yes, can you please take us through today's event? What's the objective?
Okay, the Center for Student Counseling and Development, in collaboration with the peer counselors, which are our senior students that are appointed by the center to serve as an extension of staff to assist the students in areas of academic and social challenges. We are having a campaign titled Voice It Out D-Block Cares. The main objective of this campaign is to encourage students to seek help and also to remind them that they must take care of their mental health, and also to tell them that D-Block is here. They can come and consult when they are experiencing emotional, academic, and social challenges. And we also want to tell students that D-Block cares and their mental health matters, and also to practice mindful living. And we also saw it befitting that we do this campaign out there so that we engage students. We know that they know what D-Block is, but we wanted to remind them that we are here, especially when they are about to commence with their final year examination.
I believe that they are going to really practice mindfulness through this event. I appreciate the time that you've given us, and I believe that the event is going to go super well. Thank you very much for your time.
It is a pleasure.
There you have it, viewers. From inside UL News, my name is Taita Mubabe. Stay tuned for more updates.
The campaign could not have come at the right time, as the second semester is shorter and students often experience a lot of mental issues in their struggle to cope with the amount of schoolwork. Taita is now at the roadshow with another report.
Thank you very much for staying tuned. Now we are outside D-Block, where the peer counselors are engaging with the students. To get more insights about what's happening, I'm going to be joined by one of the peer counselors, Tendo. Thank you very much for joining us. So what impact is this event having on the students?
I'd definitely say that a lot of them are now starting to understand what D-Block is all about, the services that we offer. I'm actually seeing this place as more than just a building that they walk past on their routes to classes.
So which activities are taking place to engage with the students?
Okay, so today we're having a campaign and we are giving them free hugs, we are giving them sweets, we are giving them small quotes like word of the day quotes, and on these word of the day quotes is our toll-free number that students can make use of. We're also giving them brochures just to explain more about the services that we offer, as well as GradX magazines, which inside you'll find information about managing your finances, study skills, and time management.
Okay. Do you think today's objective is being met?
I definitely do think so. A lot of the students, when they approach our booth, their first thing that they come looking for is sweets. And then we get to tell them what it is that we offer, and a lot of them get to have a new perspective on the center and, you know, the services that they can make use of, and seeing this place as a safe space that they can come to engage with us about any issues they may have.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
From inside UL News, I am Taita Bopape.
In another news, the Department of Psychology in the Faculty of Humanities held a colloquium titled Intersectionality in Shaban Mangani Psychology, the teleological suspension of disciplinarity. The colloquium explored novel and complex ideas and promote a deeper scientific and academic engagement with knowledge in the department. Let's take a look.
The Department of Psychology, like any of the disciplines in the Faculty of Humanities, is expected to hold colloquia and workshops of an academic nature on a frequent basis. The last colloquium was held as an event to partly celebrate the authorship of the book by Professor Mure, which was based on a psychologist, Professor Manganyi. The relevance of the talk is that the subject of the book is a psychologist, and therefore Professor Mure's contribution highlights a point of significance for psychologists. It would have been appropriate, or rather we consider it appropriate, that Prof Mure give a talk in the Department of Psychology to expand knowledge and to challenge psychologists about a topic of relevance to them. Intersectionality in Professor Manganyi should be an interesting topic for psychologists.
Let's take another break. We will be right back with your sports.
Hi, my name is Majare Munyela. Do not look away. Your silence spread GBV.
My name is Melvin Matudiali. Hashtag stop the femicide.
My name is Mpomudi Bani. No excuse for abuse.
My name is Jeffrey Nangambi Mafanya. Do not look away. Your silence spread GBV. Sorry munalili ulela tumboni kusungasala safety dakasia lauro na GBV.
Hi, my name is Prevail Neo Ramatsekisa. Why not 365 days of activism against women and children abuse?
Hi, my name is Rose Madimbe. The University of Limpopo SRC says stop gender-based violence.
My name is Anna Mabina. Women and children are not subhuman beings. Please treat them right.
My name is Milia Chidenga. You destroy a woman, you destroy a nation. My name is Mwako Rapapana. Don't be silent. Speak about GBV.
My name is Ponzo Zodezi. Did you know that you can report GBV anonymously?
My name is Francina Lepekwani. Say no to any form of violence.
My name is Noctulanda. Break the silence and the violence. Together we can create a world free of GBV.
My name is Moarika Moren. Never lift a finger against a woman.
Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned. The final year Bachelor of Social Work student Garissa Madising has just returned from Zimbabwe representing Team South Africa at the 2024 Confederation of the University and College Sports Association Tennis Games held at the University of Zimbabwe from the 8th to the 9th of August. Competing against top university teams from across the region, Madise earned a bronze medal, showcasing his extraordinary talent and dedication on international stage. To tell us more about this, Karisa is joining us in the studio. Karisa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for the opportunity and for having me.
All right. Okay. So can you please tell us about your selection to the national teams and the games as well?
Okay. About the selection to the national team, it happened 2023 in December at Eastern Cape in the University of Rhodes University, where we were participating with various universities, and I was selected after winning the All-Star Award in the B section. And we further went on. Unfortunately, we were defeated to position 4 as UL Tennis, but that's why I was selected to represent University Sports South Africa in an international tour in Zimbabwe that was held in Harare in Zimbabwe. So about the games, it was the participating in international tennis. It was an unforgettable experience that truly broadened my horizons, both on court and off court. That we were exposed to various players across different countries that have brought their unique style and backgrounds. So the games were arriving there. I felt a lot of excitement and nervousness, but the atmosphere was electric. So we unfortunately lost to position 1 and position 2, whereby as University Sports South Africa we won position 3, which was the bronze medalist. So yeah, that's what I can say, that I've played my games very well. I've got a wonderful experience that I'm going to use from there on.
All right, excellent. So Karisa, you are an inspiration to most students. How do you want to encourage others to join, and how far do you see yourself in sports?
Okay. How I really want to encourage other students that are upcoming after me and other tennis players is that they have to make sure that they put in all the work in the gym, on the tennis courts, that they make sure that I know it's not easy. It's not like I enjoy being in the gym, being in the tennis courts, but you have to actually be committed enough to follow through, that you be committed every day. And thank you for the University of Limpopo for making sure that I go to the gym and practice on their courts to actually level up my game. So where I really want to see myself in future in the sports, that I aspire to win the Australian Open and the US Open, because I've been playing on hard courts ever since I've started playing tennis. So I also aspire to win other tournaments, just like Wimbledon, that's played on the grass courts, but also the other one, that's Roland Garros, that's played on the clay court. But because I haven't been exposed to the other different surfaces, but I surely believe that, and I'm confident enough that when I get there, I will surely make it, and I aspire to be the world greatest ATP world number 1 in future.
All right, beautiful. Karisa, thank you so much for being with us, and all the best with your journey in sports.
Thank you so much.
Well, that wraps up our news bulletins for this week here on Inside UL News. We appreciate you for tuning in, and remember to subscribe to our channel for more updates. Join again next week from me, Itulindi Pilas, and the rest of the Inside UL team, Ramshalam Kabul.